Hello everyone and welcome to my garage. Today we're going to be talking about Formula E and what has changed moving into the new season and 2019, and also covering why you should watch it. We've had the first race in Saudi Arabia, may have been a bit confusing for people that weren't completely up to date with what's changed, so let's get into it. The first thing we need to talk about is most definitely the new car, the Gen 2 car. The maximum power output has gone from 180 to 200 kilowatts in races and 200 to 250 kilowatts in qualifying, which means they are quite a bit quicker, although from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour they're only 0.2 of a second quicker than the previous iteration. Also 280 kilometers an hour top speed for the Gen 2 car, although we probably won't see that as they're not really allowed to stretch their legs due to the tight twisty nature of the tracks that they're racing at. Now this feature is quite exciting and I reckon it will probably be a 50-50 as to whether people like it or not. To go along with fan boost, which is already quite a controversial system, we have attack mode. Drivers must pass through a designated activation zone which will be off the racing line. It's basically like picking up a Mario Kart boost, which will then increase their maximum power output from 200 to 225 kilowatts, which will enable a lot of overtakes. All of the drivers will have access to this, but it's down to the FIA to work out how many they will have over the course of a race weekend. The cars now have a big enough battery to go the entire race distance without having to swap cars during the middle of it, which means the drivers kind of have that lifeline taken away from them if they kind of, knock a bit of the front wing or have a little bit of damage here and there during the first few laps. They could just come in during the middle of it and get a brand new car. Well, not anymore. They have to be a bit more careful going into lap 1. And just a quick one about how the Gen 2 car actually looks. In my opinion, it is absolutely awesome. The aerodynamic side of it just looks so aggressive. The car itself just looks like it's going to hit warp speed and go 500 miles an hour. Not yet, maybe in a few years it'll get quicker than Formula 1. Who knows? Let us know in the comment section below if you think Formula E will be quicker than Formula 1 in 10 years time, 5 years time, who knows? But they're going in the right direction. But the car, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't watched the first race, I don't know where you've been, but go look it up. It's nice. Formula E for this new season has 22 cars on the grid, and if my mathematics are correct, it means 2 more than Formula 1 currently. And I'm not saying that Formula E is better than Formula 1 before anyone comes at me with lots of dangerous weapons, but 22 cars is usually more action than 20. However, we actually can watch them both. I know, 42 cars over the course of our year? Yes, please. With more cars means more manufacturers as well, with HWA joining to become the 11th team on the grid and BMW becoming a fully functioning manufacturer team means that Formula E have 8 different manufacturer teams on the grid. That's a lot of investment for the future. This puts Formula E in a rather powerful position to be in as the world of cars moves towards electric, and also when you consider that HWA are becoming a proper Mercedes factory team in Season 6 and Nissan are taking over from Renault. Another thing that might tickle your fancy as a Formula 1 fan is the fact that quite a few recent F1 drivers have joined the grid in Season 5. You have Felipe Massa, Stoffel Van Dorn and Pascal Wehrlein all taking on the seasoned veteran pros of the Formula E Championship. I'm actually quite excited to see how they do over the rest of the season. There is also 45 minutes of pure electric racing action in Formula E now. There's no more laps. Well, 45 minutes and then 1 lap to finish proceedings. We spoke to Jean-Eric Vergne recently, who had this to say about the timer. The racing will be completely different, not because of the more powerful car, but because the race format will be different, 45 minutes plus 1 lap. So if the first guy crosses the line at 44 minutes 59 and everybody thought he was going to cross beyond that, the race is going to be 2 laps extra long. But if he crosses at 45 minutes, it will be only 1 more lap. So you might see drivers not even finishing the race, or finishing with a lot more energy and biting their nails and thinking, I could have spent more energy and gone faster in the race. No one knows how it's going to be, what it's going to be like, but it's exciting to have a new race format like this. As for the calendar, there is 13 races in 12 countries across 5 continents, starting with Saudi Arabia all the way through to the United States at the end of the championship. Formula E are really starting to branch out, going to places that even Formula 1 doesn't, like Chile and Morocco. Insane. So that is our insight into the Formula E Season 5 Championship. Are they heading in the right direction? Are you watching Season 5? Let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time.